Hey guys, you're watching Student Tech. In today's tutorial we are going to look at Google Forms. Google Forms is a free survey tool which lets academics, researchers and students create surveys and questionnaires. Google Forms is also a great tool to analyze collected responses and to provide researchers with beautiful infographics which helps to visualize the data. In order to utilize Google Forms, and not only Forms, but also other products which are part of Google package, for instance Google Sheets or Docs, it is necessary to have a Google account. So if you don't have a Google account, you can create one by navigating to Google account creation page, which is this page, and by entering your details, enter your first name, your surname and so on. But I'm going to skip this step because I already have an account. So once you have a Google account, you need to be logged in and then click on the 9-dot grid menu, is the menu here, and scroll all the way down to locate a Google Forms icon. Then click on the icon. Now, in order to create a new questionnaire, I'm going to click the plus sign at the bottom right of the screen, and I'm going to show you how to create a question, how to use other feature in addition to your predefined multiple choice answers, and I'm also going to cover how to create subsections based on the respondent's answer. So let's create our first question, but first of all, what we can do is that we can give our form a name. So let's name it free time activities. Let's add some description of the form. This is a free time activities survey. If you like, you can also add an image to your form. So for example, we can click on the image icon, and let's say we want to add some laser image, so we can go to Google image search and type in laser, and let's select some nice image and insert the image. As you may have noticed, you have this sort of rectangular menu, vertical bar alongside each section here, and this is basically what you use when you want to customize your questionnaire. So let's add first question to our questionnaire. The first question will be, what are your favorite free time activities? And let's add some options. So option 1, let's say sports, or click on this add option button and add another option if you like. In our case, we are going to add traveling. So that's our first question done. Now let's create some subsections based on the respondent's answer. So for example, if our respondents answered that their favorite free time activity is sports, then we can ask them what kind of sports. And similarly, if our respondents answered that their favorite free time activities is traveling, again we can ask them which geographic location they prefer to travel to. Okay, so let's click on this add section button. We can add our section. We name our section sports section. And now, clicking on the plus button, we can add a question to this section. Our question will be, or our options will be, what sports do you do? And we just select here multiple choice, and for example option 1 will be martial arts, and option 2, let's say water sports. You can also add other, which means that we will allow our respondent to enter their own answer. So instead of ticking our predefined answer, which we have here, martial or water sports, we can also allow them to enter their own answer. And then we'll go ahead and create another section for our traveling answer. And again, we just have this multiple choice type of answers, right? And our option 1 will be Europe, and option 2 will be Asia. And of course you can have as many options as you like, but it is advisable to keep it short, maybe 2, 3, 4 options, and then you can add other, which would allow your respondents to insert their own answer. And now, once we have our 2 subsections created, what we need to do, we have to link our first question, what are your favorite free time activities, with our subsections. If we have our respondents who's chosen sports as their primary free time activities, we want them to go sports sections. And then similarly, if we have respondents who've chosen traveling as their favorite free time activity, we want them to go to a traveling section. So this is the way how to do it. Click on this 3-dot icon here at the bottom, at the right bottom, and then select go to section based on answer. And once you do that, you can select an appropriate section for this option. So for example, for sports, we can say go to section 2, sports section. And if your respondents answer traveling, then you will send them to section 3, which we have named traveling. You can always preview your questionnaire and test it by clicking on this eye icon here at the top right. Just click on the icon and see whether your form is functioning. If I select sports and I click next, I go automatically to sports section. Let's click back, and now if I select traveling and I click next, the form automatically brings me to traveling section. So we can see that our form is working fine. Okay, let me tell you something about general settings. Now, if we click on the 3 dots icon at the top right corner, we have more additional settings there. For example, make a copy. If you click on that, you can make a copy of your document and you can save it to your drive, give it your name. I'm going to cancel. Or you can move this form to trash, or you can print your form, and you can also access some preferences if you want to collect emails from your respondents. Or this add-on option is very useful, and this is the feature which I've already covered here. It's the other feature. So basically you let your respondents to enter their own answer. And this option has not been built in Google Forms before. There is an add-on which we can activate, and it's called Other, etc. So if you go to add-ons and you search for Other, etc., these add-ons will pop up. You just click on this add-on and install it to your Google Forms in order to give your respondents an option to enter their own answer. But I believe that Google has introduced this or built in this feature into their forms now, so there is no need for this add-on anymore. But if you are struggling and if you don't see this other option, you can always go to add-ons and search for Other, etc. and install that add-on. Now the last thing I wanted to cover here is this send button. So if you click on the send button, you will get number of options how you can share your form. So for example, you can collect emails. You can tick this option if you want to collect emails, and you can send your form via email. Let's type in studenttech@gmail.com. Yes, and I can send this form to this client. Or alternatively, if I don't want to email this form straight away, I can copy link. So I can click on this option. I can click on this option here and copy link. And now we can insert this link into our email, or we can insert this link and share our form via social media or messaging applications such as Messenger, WhatsApp, or other apps. So this is it for today's tutorial. I hope you find it useful. Have a good day, and I see you in the next one.